How you guys doing? You guys are tuned in to Stay Fishy Friday with your host, your man Josh.
And Big Ridge.
So tonight we have a special guest for everyone, and that is Chris Biggs, the Mad Aquarist.
No, the mighty Biggs. I don't see him on our screen though. Can you guys hear us? Let's check that first. We have the Chrome window on. There is no other Chrome window open.
Hang on.
Hangouts is open. Here we are. I see Chris, you know.
It's playing for me just fine, but Chris is not popping up for some reason. So, yeah, something's still messed up here. Alright, so we're going to continue on. There goes Chris. Never mind, it just popped up.
Chris just popped up.
So let's go ahead and center him in the window.
Yeah, you got to move your camera, Chris. You're off to the one side.
Sorry guys, a little bit of a technical difficulty.
Go up. Up.
You have to move his window.
I'm trying, I can't.
There you go.
That's better. But we still cannot hear you, Chris. You got your mic plugged in?
We can hear him on the thing just fine. It's this not plugged into the computer. You guys are all messed up today. Jesus.
We're looking like amateurs tonight, guys. Chris, thank you for joining us, buddy. Yeah, everyone else says they don't hear him either. Someone else says I heard him.
Yeah, I hear him on my phone.
I don't hear nothing through this. You got to put that on the output.
It is.
I hear nothing on my mic, son. All right, let's put this on to... Yeah, I hear nothing. Sorry, guys. Bear with us for a minute. We're trying to get Chris's audio in here. No volume from Chris. Nope, can't hear him. I'm just reading some, messages.
It's something in the software.
Anything. Chris, you got to keep talking so we can try and hear you. Tell us one of your many hours of useless, information. Don't put the good stuff out there yet. I see his lips moving. So in the meantime, guys, how you doing? Thank you for joining us for Stay Fishy Fridays. Love you guys. I love hanging out with you guys every Friday. It's awesome. Now, let me jump to... You want to put the Tracy background on real quick? There you go. Let me start right off with the Tracy background while Josh tries and fixes this with Chris. Because everyone wants to hear from the Biggs. He calls himself the Biggs. Who else is known as the Biggs but the Biggs? The mighty gonopodium? Do you guys know what that is? That is the penis of a fish. But anyways, they're trying to get the vocals figured out. I don't know why it's not working. We've done this many times before and it's always worked. So you can go to the Chrome and go to the properties of Chrome.
Do your story.
All right. So let me tell you about Tracy now. Here's the thing about Tracy. Lately, she's been not only frowning. You guys knew she was frowning. Everything I do, I touch her leg, she'd frown. It's a smirk, I call it. Let's go. She goes like this. She's laying there content. I touch her and she goes. I ask her, do you want to remarry me? She goes. So here's the thing. The last 4 or 5 years, that's all she wanted was to remarry me. Every letter she wrote me, everything she did. Oh, I just heard him for a second.
Hey, it's me. Can you still hear me?
There you are. I can hear him now. So every letter she wrote me, everything she talked about, all she wanted was to remarry me. So when I offered to remarry her, and she did that face like, and turned her head, I was like, what the hell? I was flabbergasted. Funny as can be, though. But anyways, and I don't hear him no more.
I'm still here.
There he is. There he is. He's still there.
But I see nothing. All I've got is the Ohio Fish Rescue logo flashing in the middle of my screen. That's all I have.
Huh.
I don't know if I'm supposed to see you guys.
Yeah, well, he's supposed to be have the stream up so we can see what we're seeing.
Yeah, open up the stream from Facebook, Chris. So anyways, I've been talking to her daily, and I'm trying to, get her to squeeze my hand, get her, to blink twice and be recognizant, a little bit of she's there. I need to see you in there. Once I get her to where she can squeeze my hand on command, we can have physical training come back, and they will work a whole lot more with her. Right now, I'm doing the range of motion for an hour a day and then stretching, pushing her to her limits. And she's not really communicating with us, but she has started to smile. So now, not only with her smirk, when I like push her leg too far or something, she'll be like, ugh. Now when she's laying there comfortable, she'll do this half smile thing, like, So I can pretty much read her moods now. I can tell when she's too hot. Her face gets flushed. I check her temperature all the time. I've got this little laser gun. I check it on her forehead. And if she's too hot, I take the covers off. If she's too cold, I put the covers on. I can read her now, so it's getting easier. And then, now that I can tell when she's happy on top of when she's upset. Before, I only knew when she was upset. She'd make that smirk face. So now she's doing the smiley thing. But I've got 5 positions I can set her on. On her flat on her back, propped up a little bit to one side with the pillow under her back, and then propped up a little bit to the other side with the pillow under her back, and then all the way on one side and all the way on the other side. The problem being is, if I prop her up a little bit, she turns on her side by herself and brings her knees up to herself, like her chest, and she curls down into the fetal position. And that's her favorite position. So I've got 3 positions now. You know what I'm saying? I put her on her back, and then I let her, have fun and, do whatever she wants. So now instead of changing her position every 2 hours, I put her a little bit on her back, and then within an hour or 2, she'll change to all the way on her side by herself. So I let it go every 4 hours now and reposition her in the middle of the night. During the daytime, it's every 2 hours. So, getting to know that I'm getting to know her moods and her, what she's doing and how she's acting, it's much easier for me to read how she's doing and what she needs. But here's the big news. You guys ready for this? The big news. Let me take a break for a second. The big news is all you people told me, here's this program, here's that program, try this program, try that. And there was things like Passport. Well, she's not old enough for Passport. You got to be 65 and older. I forget all these other programs. I've tried them all, but there was one program, and it was called. Do you remember the name of it?
Home something another.
Ohio Home something waiver program. Ohio Home Care Waiver Program. That's what it was. Now, the Home Care Waiver Program, I applied for, and they asked me what I was looking for in the application, and I said at least one day a week, a nurse to come out for 8 hours and let me sleep. I've learned to sleep a half hour at a time because every hour I have to suction Tracy. Every 2 hours I have to do other things with her. So I've learned to take care of Tracy, lay down on the couch next to her, and go to sleep. I used to never. I would lay there forever and not sleep. But because so much sleep has built up, I fall out like that now. But I'm a very light sleeper. So now I sleep a half hour at a time during the night, during the day. And Josh has taken over the rescue and the videos. And his older brother Richie has been pushing us, and we're doing workouts and eating healthy now. I even changed my diet. I'll get to that in a minute. But the big main thing is we got a call back from this girl from the Ohio
waiver care or something program.
Ohio Care Waiver Program or something. Home Health Care Waiver Program. She says, look, I read your thing, and I cannot believe that you're the only caregiver for her for 24 hours a day. I'm like, yes, it's been that way for 2 months now. She goes, I cannot believe that. You need more help. And I'm like, okay. She goes, look, I'm going to give you a registered nurse that's going to come out there that can take care of Tracy. She can suction her trach out. She can change her trach. She can take care of everything. She will do range of motion 12 hours a day, 5 days a week. I was like, hallelujah. Oh my God, no way. And this is costing me nothing. Oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. So she called today and gave me the name of a nurse, and I was supposed to call her before a certain time, but I had people here at the time, and I had Tracy on the phone through the camera, so I had like 12 minutes. I did not make it in time. So now we got to wait till Monday, but this nurse wants to take over during the week and do all of Tracy's health care. We're golden at this point. Now I can sleep and get a couple hours of sleep during the day, and I can actually go outside and get some work done in the rescue and videos and all that kind of stuff. I mean, life is just going to lighten up so much. I can go to the store and buy food. I can go to the bank and, deposit our rents and stuff like that. It's just crazy. I cannot believe we're getting this for absolutely free. And it just amazes me. And it's all from you people out there suggesting different programs. Thank you so much. I love you guys. This is going to be game-changing. Seriously, life-changing.
Alrighty. So while you were doing the Tracy update, we were doing frantically trying to fix the stream.
Frantically.
And it is all fixed now. I do believe we can hear you now, Chris. You want to go ahead and talk and say hello? Yes, no, maybe so.
Say hi, Chris. Now he can't hear us. You thought you got it fixed?
I thought I did.
Love my boy. But
I can hear you.
anyways.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we just told you to say hello.
I couldn't hear you a moment ago. I can hear you, but I still see absolutely nothing other than the OFR logo. I've tried syncing it with YouTube, but there's always a big delay. I've tried fast forwarding to try and find the exact spot.
Okay,
but
how about this?
Because I'm using Google Hangout, I hear everything that you guys are saying in here, and then I
good.
also hear it on
That's
YouTube.
great.
So I have a double of everything, and none of it matches up.
Forget about the other screen. How about just watch the screen with no video, and then you can hear us.
But you're really sexy. What if I want to stare at you?
How about if you just answer questions when we ask, and we can see you perfectly. So whatever you're seeing, just because you can't see us, don't think we can't see you. You're putting your hand on your face right now, and you're holding your head up. Chris, we're drinking to you, brother.
What's the word?
The word tonight is going to be nurse, because we're talking about Tracy's nurse that's coming in here 12 hours a day, 5 days a week. I mean, that's just amazing, and completely free of charge. I mean, amazing. She can do the daily workouts with Tracy. She can do the cleaning, the bathing, the changing, everything. It's gonna lighten up so much off. I have a life back again. I have been living with no life for the last 2 months. Hardly anybody's seen me. I sleep on the couch next to Tracy, and blah blah blah. But things are going to get easier. Things are going to get better, which means things are going to get better for you guys. More video content and Big Rich back on the video camera. Oh.
How do we change that back to the other way?
Oh, stop it.
Alrighty, so we're gonna get caught up on a few super chats here before we get into discussion topic of the night. So we got
Which I don't even know what it is.
Well, we'll figure that out. We got Megan Tivey. Welcome to the members, and thanks for signing up. Now we have a few super chats that I'm gonna get caught up on.
They started before we even got on.
Yeah, which I think some of those might have got lost. That's why I'm checking the mod chat, and I think we're good. But we got Megan Tivey for $5, and
thank you, Megan. Appreciate you. No, there was Dell sent a picture. There was two before we even started. You got them already?
I got the picture that Adele sent. Yes.
But did you?
Did she join the members? Yes.
Oh, okay.
Join the members.
We're good.
If you pay attention, listen to the words.
No,
that
it was from some guy.
mouth.
Listen, stop.
Who was that? Jackie Chan?
Just
or was that
stop.
Chris Tucker?
Just stop. I'm gonna go all the way back here.
I was just all the way up, and it only goes back to 7:05.
Okay, look in your
I just
Adele
did,
chat.
and I mentioned that. You were just wasting time.
No, there was a guy that put in $5 twice.
I'm saying it's not here.
There it is. You want to listen to Daddy a little bit more, buddy?
Well, if people wouldn't put 20 million messages in
The kid argues with me and then
Mod
finds out
chat.
he's wrong.
Alright, can you give me this back? Alright, so we got Jim Sheasley for $5. He said, yo, you guys rock. Hope to see you at Atlas. And then again for $5, he said, how do you keep your glass so clean?
Jim Cheesley, thank you for the $10. I appreciate it. And I don't know what Atlas is. Send me the link and we'll talk to them and see if we can go. We're going to be at Aquashella this year. I don't know about Atlas. I've not heard of this. Explain it to me. Tell me where it's at, and maybe we can go. As far as the $10, thank you very much, brother. Appreciate it.
It's
Go
for
ahead,
Big
Josh.
Rich, though. Instead of telling them or emailing them, just draw a picture with some crayons with a colorful arrow. That'll work better.
New Jersey, arrow, red arrow pointing that way.
Alright.
Chris, me and you gonna fight one day.
So we have JP Merlo for $5. He said, get it over with. I'm from Kentucky. Still praying for Tracy.
Oh, is this the West Virginia rescue?
He said, still praying for Tracy daily.
Thank you, JP. Appreciate
Hope y'all
it,
are
brother.
doing well. How's the ribs, Josh?
He runs the Kentucky Fish and something rescue, Fish and Wildlife, Fish and Wildlife Rescue. He's a deacon down in Kentucky, and he runs his whole congregation and that stuff, and then he mentions OFR a lot during there. So guys, check him out, JP Merlo. He's a deacon with. Do you remember the church?
No, I don't. I never knew.
I'm sorry. JP, say the name of your church and we'll blast it out for you.
And he also asked how my ribs are doing.
They're great. They're doing good.
Wrong side.
I know.
But they are healing. They still hurt and sore, but I'll be fine.
Do you need a nurse?
No.
Oh no. That means you guys gotta go soon.
So what are you consuming up there, Chris?
I just got some MGD, but with all the garbage we had to deal with at the beginning, I'm already 4 in, so I'm gonna.
For
go
you guys that
and
ain't
get more.
Canadian, that's Miller Genuine Draft.
Yeah, that's just what we bought in the store this time. I don't care. I wasn't gonna drink a whole bunch of Jack Daniels and then drink beer afterwards.
No, we love when you drink Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
And you fall off the back of your chair. That's awesome, bro.
So we have Julie Fleming for $20. She said, buy Josh a drink. Love all the work you guys are doing. I look forward to your videos and your Tracy updates.
Thank you, Julie. Appreciate
Thank
you. You're awesome. Thank you very much. And Chris, there were so many people excited you were going to be on here tonight. They were all like thinking that you're like this great God full of knowledge, and I'm trying to tell him, no, he's just my buddy Chris.
They're gonna be bad, just very disappointed.
Yeah, no.
I should be wearing sunglasses and a wife beater though, and just kind of hanging out indiscriminately in the background.
Oh my goodness, Chris, you are very modest. You are so full of knowledge, so full of so many different stuff. You're like a jack of all trades that has mastered many.
Yeah. No,
now,
I haven't
that's
mastered
something.
any. No,
many. Yeah. No, seriously, the amount of fish that you've bred, the amount of fish that you've actually went out collecting, the amount of knowledge that you've collected over the years, it's just amazing. You know what I'm saying?
It's all completely useless too.
Well, no, there's a lot of people out there that like to know that knowledge. Here, me, I forget everything, and I tell people, have a good time.
Well, I know we're on YouTube right now, and I just kind of find it funny, but like the videos that I do that are really, really strongly educational based, I have my diehards that comment all the time that I love the videos, and I almost never, and I know I'm putting a hex on myself by saying this, I almost never get thumbs down. However, I don't grow by leaps and bounds because it's honestly, I don't think
no. Your channel is
wants
so
to be educated.
I don't mean to overtalk you, but your channel is so low keyed. You need to be pushed by big YouTubers because you're putting out knowledge that the bigger YouTubers have no clue of. You know what I'm saying? You need to be pushed.
I've had some very big YouTube channels directly plagiarize my video. I've had 2 videos that have been completely copied.
Who's
and
that?
I was like, hey, I look at that.
No, put out their names. Who's that?
I'm not going to say that.
Come on, say their names.
No, one was a really big channel that went to a Florida fish farm specifically about a month or 2 after I released a video, and the only people that would have known anything about what I discussed on that video were myself, the one guy that I work with in Winnipeg that introduced me to that family, and the farmer family himself. That's the only people on this planet that knew that story.
What's
and
the
all of a
farmer's
sudden,
name?
boom, this individual goes down there and does almost the identical video. They even talked about me with the owner, saying, oh yeah, Biggs was down, we did all this sort of stuff. So the owner just figured we knew each other because the guy played it off like he was a buddy and he knew me. And he wanted to do a video with me, is what he told him. So they just basically did the whole video that I did with him, and he released it. His video's been viewed 1 million times. Mine's been viewed a couple hundred.
Right.
Mine came out first.
That's what I'm talking about. You are so underrated because you have so much good knowledge. I mean, qualified, good fish keepers still learn from you. And
hey, you got to have fun no matter what you do, right?
I get that. But who is the farmer's name?
The farmer? The farm is a Florida exotic. It's Rick Bureau.
Rick Bureau? Okay. Who was the YouTuber that showed up there?
I'm not going to say that.
Come on!
I'm Canadian. I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus like that because it doesn't affect me. Honestly,
okay, that's fine.
I didn't view it as a slight. I viewed it as an honor. Like if
Chris, Mello, I'm going to mute the audio, okay? Just whisper in my ear who it was. I'm hitting mute right. 3, 2, 1. Who was it?
Not telling you.
Ah, come on! I didn't mute the audio anyway.
But I guarantee you, somebody in your audience could probably answer that question because it was a video on how extreme aquatic foods came to be. So the only people that would know anything about it, there's only been 2 videos ever done about it. One is mine and one is somebody else's. And it was done literally a month
from
or 2.
Predatory Fins?
No. Wasn't it? It wasn't even anybody from Florida.
Faro?
I don't even know who that is.
Said it wasn't anybody from Florida.
It wasn't nobody from Florida?
Nope. And it's
okay. Well, all my
YouTube
YouTube channel buddies are from Florida.
Oh. No, I'm talking like your viewing audience. How many people are in the chat? You have 387 people in the chat theoretically right now. I guarantee you, 1 or 2 people in this chat will know exactly who the individual is.
All right, and you guys in the chat that know who he's talking about, please post it. And in the meantime, we have 387 people.
You already have somebody answered the question. It's
how many likes, Biggs? How many likes do we have?
Likes, I don't know. All I'm able to look at is on my phone, and
Josh,
my phone is muted because the thing won't sync up.
387 people. We've got 145 likes. Will you guys please like the video? If you just smash the like button, it gets out in the YouTube algorithm a lot quicker.
If we
Yeah,
talk
but you're not
about
getting the likes
stuff
because
that
you've got
people
big ones.
like,
That's why you're
then
not
maybe
getting
they'll
it.
like the video.
Oh, so they don't like bigs?
Yeah, I wouldn't like Biggs either.
You wouldn't
He's
like
very
bigs
weird
either?
looking.
I want to grow a beard just like him. Just so that my old lady, when she wakes up, she can grab me and pull me around.
All you got to do is just take a bunch of scruff from the lower regions and just crazy glue it up. It's no different.
Crazy glue it up. Oh,
Yeah.
you're talking pubic hairs.
Yeah, it's just terrible.
You're a funny man.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on. Let's answer some questions real quick.
Alrighty, so we got Rednecks Aquatics for $5. He said, "Oh my flipping god, that is freaking great. God bless y'all. Hashtag Team Tracy."
Oh, he's talking about the Tracy update. I know, that is so awesome. I am so happy for that. And I cannot believe that she qualified for this program and that we get free nursing. I'm going to have my life back. You guys are going to have Big Rich back on the YouTube videos.
But
I'm
you gotta
sorry,
think about it,
guys.
not only
I'm
that,
sorry.
It's like you won the lottery. You were
Dude,
able,
it's like
all that time
do
frame
you know what
were-
it's like? Never having to sleep. Every hour on the hour, you have to suction out your wife's throat and put this 18-inch thing, and you have to make sure that it's what do you call it? Microbe
Sterile.
Sterile.
Yep.
And you have to put on your gloves, and you have to touch it this certain way, and you can't, touch this hand
what,
or that hand.
what I mean, Rich, is it's almost like you won the lottery. You guys had
It
this
is.
horrible situation. Then she went into the hospital, and then COVID happened, and all of a sudden you weren't allowed to go see her. And you guys were making leaps and bounds progress. And leaps and bounds progress is moving a finger at that stage, right? You were
Right.
making that kind of leaps
Right.
and bounds progress. And then you fought, and I, whether you tell people the truth or not, I know you personally. You fought like hell to
Oh,
get her
I
out of
argued
that
with so
situation
many people.
and home, and you got her home, and you sacrificed everything, and I'm sure Josh did too, because Josh, whether he sacrificed the sheer amount of time to help with his mother or just taking care of the amount of fish that you guys deal with on a daily basis.
Well, on
But then
that-
all of a sudden to get this program, it's like a double whammy. You got her out of a bad situation so you can continue her progress.
Yes.
You were willing to
Yes.
do it, and now you've got help.
Hail Biggs. No, seriously. Josh, he took over all my responsibilities and the YouTube videos and all the work out in the fish room, and then all the building and all the adding on and everything like that. And I stuck inside, and I'm taking care of Tracy every hour on the hour. I have to suction out her trach. I have to clean her trach. I have to, she's got mucus coming out her throat, her mouth, her nose, because his trach is leaking. And then she aspirated, so she's puked into her lungs the food that liquid food I've been giving her. I mean, this has been horrible. The trach was too small that the doctors put in. We now changed it from a number 6 to a number 8, and it's sealing the first 2 weeks.
Well,
So now
you're
she's
pretty
not.
lucky then. You remember how you talked about before that we talked about it just in private that you're trying to put Josh up for adoption and get rid of him because he was just a hang around and he was dragging you down at the rescue.
Me and you going to fight.
We're lucky you kept him back. Hey, we talked about that. You're lucky
I
you kept
never
him back.
said that,
He can-
pumpkin boy.
He's your hose boy now. He can go ahead and take care of all the maintenance.
So anyways, she's gurgling past her trach. She's got, mucus coming out her nose, mucus coming out her mouth. I'm constantly, every 15 minutes, having to wipe her. Stuff's coming down her cheek. If God forbid, I fell asleep for 20 minutes, I'd wake back up and there's stuff all down her side, and I'd have to keep her clean. And I felt like a horrible, horrible person because I couldn't keep her clean, I know she would do this for me. I'm doing it for her, and I felt ridiculously ignorant for sleeping or falling asleep. You know what I'm saying? I wake up at the tones of the what do you call it? The respirator and the saturation machine and all that. But I should have taken better care of her is what I felt to myself when I see drool coming out your side and it's dried on your face. It was horrible. It was horrible. So I've been taking care of her for so long now, 2 months, and she's doing great. She's doing better than she ever was in the hospitals. She's got her lips color back, her rosy cheeks. She's got, her feet ain't pointing down no more. Her hands ain't curling up like this no more. I work her out. I stretch her every day. She's doing great. But as far as progress, we've seen to where now I call it a little tricks. Like before, she used to start shrugging her shoulders. And then every time you touch her, she'd shrug her shoulders. You touch her nose, she'd shrug her shoulders. I saw that as a new trick. Then she started smirking, like that. And then she started smirking like she don't like this. You touch her on her, hey baby, how you doing? And she'd go, and that's what she did when I said, honey, today, if today's the day you wake up, I will remarry you. I don't care how much physical therapy you have to go through. I'll remarry you today if you wake up today for me. And she responded by going, ew.
She totally threw up in her mouth.
Right. But I know for a fact that the main thing she wanted for the last 4 years was to remarry me. And that's all she talked about. That's all she wanted. And,
she needed counseling.
She needed counseling. Well, now I'm taking care of her, and I can now see the difference when she's happy. I can see a half smile. I can see a pissed offness. I can see a smirk, or I can see her face all blushed, where she's like too hot. So it's getting easier. And now that we're getting a nurse, I get my life back. I can start on the YouTube videos. We can start, bringing people to the channel instead of barely hanging on.
God, them jean shorts are so sexy, Chris.
I know. I had to go get more beer. Dad's just gonna go on.
As always.
Oh my goodness. Stay fishy, my friend.
it's people think, I live up near the tundra and stuff, and you guys, your igloos, how's your igloo and stuff? It's insanely hot up here. Like we go up to
in Canada?
Well, we've had weeks where we've been like,
you're talking 70 degrees is insanely
32 to 35 degrees on the Celsius scale. Now, what is that?
Oh, what is that?
Let's look it up.
Let's look it up on American scale.
Celsius to Fahrenheit.
Around 80 degrees.
Let's look up 37 degrees. That's 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh my goodness. In Canada, it's 98 degrees?
Now, imagine being out in a farmer's field, complete prairie scrub, not a tree in sight, and building farm fencing in that for a week. It's fun.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah.
I've got a
sounds like you live a lonely life, Chris.
I have this gigantic white light on me right now, but if I don't have the light on me, I'm like dark.
Alrighty, so we got Adele Parkinson for $3. She said, glad things are looking up. Much love. # Team Tracy.
Thank you, Adele. And you know
Adele
what?
Driving?
Is she driving? She's
might
been
be.
driving.
So
Adele, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And things are looking up because now I can get back to the rescue, which means Josh's life gets easier and everybody's life is like lifted a little easier, and we can continue what we were doing. You know what I'm saying? Right now, to go outside, I have to have Tracy, I have to have a video thing like Ring. It's a video thing. Let me close and pull this up. I'll pull it up right now. I have somebody out there watching Tracy, but if I connect to the Tracy cam, Tracy cam. That's the Tracy cam. There she is. Wait.
I don't see anything. All I got is me is a little black screen.
Okay, can you see there? That's Tracy in her hospital bed. Let me scroll out. Can you see there?
No, I don't see anything.
The viewers can. Chris cannot.
Viewers can. I'm the only one who can.
That is Tracy in her hospital bed, and I keep the TV on because if I can hear the TV through the... See, I used to just have the camera on Tracy, and the problem was I didn't know if my phone dropped the call to the camera or not. Now I have to have the TV on. As long as I can hear the TV and it's in my pocket, like I put the phone in my pocket. As long as I hear the TV and there's noise coming through, I know that I can hear the monitors much louder beeping.
Okay.
So it lets me know if it goes quiet, it dropped a call, I have to call back Tracy Camp. So
you ever watch back on the video feed and like worry if she gets up and goes makes a sandwich or something like that in the middle of the night?
Oh, I'd kill her. I'd kill her because I still change her diaper.
All right.
She just kind of gets up and looks around. Nobody's here. Goes and tiptoes and makes a sandwich.
So I'm going to catch up on these chats. Now we're
Okay.
going to get into story time. So we got Rob's Ray TV for $2. He said, Chris, the Super Tech Ninja Biggs.
Yeah, that's so wrong.
Exactly.
All right. And then
He's got a lot of knowledge, but nothing about tech.
Now this next one I think is the largest super chat we've had to date. But
No
it's
way.
from Metalhead Prime for $200. He said,
Oh
Big
my
Rich,
God.
take the kids out and get a nice dinner or something. Fort Wayne is hashtag Tracy Strong and hello nurse.
You know, I love this guy. Okay.
So wait.
Let's
Chris,
drink to him.
Drink up, buddy.
Drink up. This is the Metalhead Prime. All right.
Very cool, Metalhead.
Yes. Now,
Very cool.
I gotta say this. Metalhead Prime and his wife came out here, I think, a week and a half ago?
I think it was last weekend.
Last weekend? The coolest people on the planet. They came out here just to hang out with us, and they were going to drive 3 hours home. I talked them into stay the night, don't drive drunk. Stay the night, you can leave in the morning. Man, I had such a good time with these guys. They were so like my people. It was amazing. We had a great time all night doing different things, and it was just awesome. Metalhead was awesome. His wife was awesome. And then they woke up in the morning, and even the hangover was awesome. They were like, oh my God, I have to start driving. I'm like, just wait a while. Make some coffee. Do you want to hair the dog that bit you? And, they ended up leaving. They got up about 9 a.m., and they ended up leaving about noon. And we had the funnest, I can say, the funnest time I've had in a long few weekends. You know what I'm saying? We had a great time. And they just contacted me yesterday saying that they want to come back in the next few weeks. I'm all for it. We had a great time. Me and Metalhead hit it off like we've been long lost brothers, just reconnected. And his wife was just like Tracy. I mean, she was everything Tracy was. Except for, well, there was a couple things Tracy wouldn't do. She was kind of outspoken. Tracy's kind of introverted, you know what I'm saying? But she was 90% Tracy as you can get. It was amazing. It was amazing having them here. We had a great time. It was awesome. Just that one time at the concert thing, Metalhead, you know what I'm talking about. Tracy wouldn't have done that. But your girl did, and I love that.
I bet I could guess.
What's that?
I bet I could guess.
Go ahead and guess.
At an 80s metal hair metal concert.
Right? And your guess is?
The clothing on the top came up a little bit.
You stop it. Yeah, no, absolutely not. That's not what I'm talking about.
Well, we know what Chris is
That's all
thinking.
We know what Chris is thinking.
All right, so moving on. We've got Colin Doyle for $5. He said, nurse, nurse, nurse.
Oh, consume. Here you go, brother.
All right. So we are going down.
Hey, Chris, thank you for finally getting it right and jumping in. And I know you're on a limping dog, area at that side, but you can't see us. We can see you. You're doing great. You're centered perfectly.
I can see you, but what I see is I see you guys drinking. It looks like you're drinking Tim Hortons out of plastic cups. But what I see is
Tim
Blade.
Hortons
Coffee.
coffee.
Josh is probably just having Kool-Aid or something. I don't know.
Kool-Aid? Yeah, because he's too young to drink, of course.
Yep, I'm 16. All right, so we got Crazy Cichlids for $5. They said we have kids tonight, so big shout out to Lexi and Aston from Northern Ireland, and Courtney for getting her amazing GCSE results. Well, congratulations.
Hey, congratulations on that. And let's repeat them names. Let's go. Big shout out to Lexi and Aston from Northern Ireland and Courtney for getting her amazing GSCA results. Whatever that is.
GCSE.
GCSE. Yes.
Excuse me, guys. Corrected. He is a little bit blind.
I'm half blind. It's okay. But you guys are doing amazing. Thank you. And you're doing awesome in the world. Keep killing it.
Alrighty. So we got JP Merlot for $2. He said with the Kentucky Fish and Tank Rescue. Like I said. So it's not the wildlife rescue. It's Kentucky Fish and Tank Rescue. Okay, so that's
the West Virginia Wildlife Rescue. I'm so sorry, JP. That's how I remember you, and I'm sorry.
I don't even know how far back you guys are.
Bring it up so much, and I'm sorry. So it is J.P. Merlot, the deacon of his church, has formed the Kentucky Fish and Tank Rescue.
You gotta go handle something. I'll keep going on.
No, Tracy's hand. I gotta go.
All right.
I'll be right back.
So we have Chad Blocklinger for $20. He said, "Hey, Biggs. What do urine samples and Canadian beer have in common?"
I'm going to go with taste.
Yes, sir. He said answer is the taste.
I don't know where how far are you guys in the chat? I don't even know how to follow this.
We are back at around 7:26, so we are about, how many minutes back?
You're good. I can get it. I can find it. That's 6:26 my time.
There you go. So about 20 minutes ago, and because of our poor start, we're gonna go ahead and stay on for a lot longer because we haven't even begun to get into the Chris Biggs mighty adventures for the night. And we got Jim Sheasley for another $5, and he didn't say anything, so thank you, my friend. It is much appreciated. And well, you guys had a lot of chats tonight. So
all these dollars, you guys, you're a channel. Some people have never attended or something like that. When I watch you guys, the amount of money that pours into you, but anybody that's even kept a 10-gallon aquarium can appreciate where this money goes. You guys aren't like taking this money and going out and kegging it all weekend. You guys, the amount of money you guys spend out of pocket to take care of everything that you guys do, the adventures you guys go on to rescue fish out of your own hearts. You spend all that 100% out of your own pocket. So every single one of these pennies, these dimes, these dollars, all go towards everything to the rescue, 110%. You guys deserve it and more.
Well, thanks, Chris. And even just to today, so you guys seen that video of the vulture cat. He was actually attacking some of the fish in our 750, and that's a pretty decently expensive fish. You can see them in pet stores for $150 at the size that we had. And my dad had someone over today with a 360 gallon, and they wanted it, so he went ahead and rehomed it. No charge. He just found the fish a great home. He wasn't worried about making a quick buck off the fish. He just found it a great home. So I thought that was pretty awesome of him.
Pretty damn cool what you guys do.
Well, thank you. So we have
part of your success that you guys have is the fact that you guys are willing to go to extra mile. Like, I remember coming there years and years ago when you guys were just kind of starting out. It was even before you had YouTube, before I even had YouTube. And you had the family pool, which we swam in. And you had the fish room. And you don't have the family pool quite the same anymore. The fish room is kind of
expanded
a bit more. And always growing, always for the fish.
Yes, sir. Well, after this weekend, we should have about 2,300 more gallons up and going. So, So we have Sue Ann Campbell for $5. She said, my power is out, 75 gallon with large Oscar and Pleco, 2 10s with betas, a 29 with 15 plus tiger barbs. How long will I be okay? You want to go ahead and take this one, Chris?
We got about 6 hours really, but the betas are going to be totally fine. The tiger barbs come from a region that is if the first power's out, so the heaters are off too, so that's going to cool the water down gradually, but they've got to find a way to agitate the surface, I would think. If they, I'm not saying they need to go get a generator, but a battery operated air pump is something any aquarium should have on hand if they can. Agitating the surface of the water, even just moving the water around by hand, doing water changes with slightly cooler water. I don't know. These are all, kind of basic things to me, I would think. Josh, am I missing something?
I've even went to the extent of, we've been out of power and long enough to where our battery operated air pumps died, and I've taken, pitchers of water, taken it out and splash it back in. You get a feel for how tall you should go to how much air is being, dropped into the tank, which makes the most amount of bubbles. And I've done that, every 5 minutes you go and you pour more water back in to make more air, and that prolongs their, ability to stay alive in terms of a power outage, because you don't know if it's
what
for
was
a
the
few
big
hours.
tank? She mentioned betas, which you have no concern. The tiger barbs, what was in the 75?
A large Oscar and a Pleco. So that should actually be good for quite some time. So
If the power failure goes on for any length of time, though, if they have aquarium salt, or if they do not have aquarium salt on hand, they have something like pickling salt or non-iodized salt. You can't use table salt because it contains iodine, and it's not going to help in this case. But doubling the dosage of aquarium salt and stuff like that will help with the osmoregulation of helping them to deal with the increasing level of nitrate or ammonia that may cause in the water. It just helps relax the fish a little bit better and helps them deal with things a little bit easier. And basically, normally you'd be using your aquarium, the salt dosage is one teaspoon for every 10 gallons. You could double that safely without any issue. But you could also be doing a small water change and then using the aquarium salt if you have it on hand. But like Josh said, the fish you have are all very, very tough and solid fish. Tiger barb tank, no issue. Oscar and Pleco should be no issue. Betas, zero issue.
see, and using words like osmoregulation, that's this, aquarium knowledge that we speak of, that Chris just has a plethora inside that gracious head of his right here.
Useless information.
So whenever you get into a deep conversation with Biggs, you kind of, you teach yourself. Even if you've been in the hobby for 20 years, you might learn something that this man has gone through or he knows, and you expand your own knowledge. So it's always a fun time to talk with Biggs and hear his stories. And
I think the reality is that you think you ask Biggs a question, and then you sit there for 10 minutes getting the answer, and I think the only thing that rolls through your head in that 10 minutes is like, I wish I didn't ask that question.
All the time. Oh, my rib hurt after that one.
Well, the only reason about osmoregulation is why it's important is, so for those that may not know, freshwater fish never ever drink water.
And why?
That make sense?
And why is that?
Okay.
Backwards? No, I'm backwards.
Tracy
I'm
had
totally
a
backwards.
coughing fit, and I had to suction her out, and she's all good now.
You need your earbuds.
Oh yeah. Where is
There
it?
we go.
It's
So,
hanging from my ear. No, it ain't. I lost it.
so going back up, my chat kind of jumped a little bit, but we have the Crimson Dream for $10. They said, can you guys do a little shout out for the Discord server? The Mod Squad has done a great job setting it up, and I would love to see the server grow a little more. Also, nurse, hashtag Team Tracy. So if you guys did not know, in whatever you want to call it, our Mod Squad for Facebook and YouTube, they wanted to go ahead and take on the responsibility of making an OFR Discord, and you want to go ahead and shut the door too? So they went ahead, started this Discord and basically carried everything over from Facebook and made sure that this Discord started to grow. So if you guys are on Discord, feel free to start and follow the OFR Discord. You will not be dissatisfied, and we can only go up from here. So a big shout out for the OFR Discord. And now we have K Stu for $10. He said, I'm in Metalhead Shadow tonight, but I'm still here, I swear. Josh needs a Jack and Coke, don't you know? Nurses are angels. Cheers. Cheers, K Stu, and enjoy your show, bud.
Listen, we have met so many good people that came out here and visited us and want to hang out with us. And you know what? They all just want to keep coming back. We have a great time with our viewers. I love my Fishy family. You know, you're all part of my Fishy family. And can I break and go to some other subject real quick?
You have 29 seconds and go.
Okay. We have some people on our YouTube channel. And people are like rude, okay? I love my Fishy family, all of you followers. You guys are awesome. But there's some new people out there, and they're like...
You're always going to get haters. Haters mean nothing. They're just there to get a reaction from
but some of this are cruel, Chris. Listen to this. Hey, I'm here for the fish, not Tracy. We're like, 18 people attack him. I'll leave him go. Another guy's like, hey, stop micromanaging Joshy. He's a grown man. Leave him alone. You're so infuriating to me. I can't stand you, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but at the same time, I told him, because I know what the hell I'm doing, but at the same time, I told him for the viewers who are watching, and I'm not able to narrate, I told him to go ahead and narrate the video. So he's doing for the viewers what I cannot do. I zone him out all the time, so that doesn't even matter.
You stop.
So I tell him to narrate. So while in the last video, for instance, I'm sitting there fiberglassing. I know what I'm doing, but he's sitting there speaking it out word for word. For people who might be trying to learn, say I'm doing a plywood build, but I want to fiberglass the corners and do it right. And he's now talking about it and saying why he's doing it and speaking about while we're doing it. He's like, you have to hurry up and get this stuff done because you are on a time limit. You might sit here and try and pay attention to detail. 8 to
10 minutes.
But you're fiberglass the corners of a plywood tank circa 1989, or what are we doing here?
Right. Well, the whole point was we were rehabbing a 1,000-gallon tank that came from SeaWorld that closed down 14 years ago.
Yep.
And we're rehabbing it and making it work. And I got to tell him the truth, Josh. Right before we start doing this video, he's got to get mad at me. Right before we doing this video, Josh has never fiberglassed before. I teach him how and what to do. So then when he's doing the fiberglass, I'm saying, okay, Josh, you got to hurry up, buddy. Go. Yep. Now move on to the next. Okay, put the next layer on. And this guy comes on here acting like an idiot, talking about, Rich, you're micromanaging. He's a grown-ass man. He knows what he's doing. But see, people don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Josh has never fiberglassed before. This man is a master at many crafts. Fiberglassing he did not do before. We just really learned this, and then I'm trying to teach it to him, so I'm talking him through it. And at the whole time, this guy's yelling at me for, talking like this to my kid. And my response is, I went off on him a little bit. I've raised a great kid. I mean, many people would love to have a kid like my kid.
Well, he's
helps
okay.
out his father, helps out his family, constantly works. He works a 12-hour day job and then comes home and works for the rescue. He's not out there partying. He's not out there, screaming and yelling, I need my own time. He is a great kid.
Well, you guys have been that. You guys have had that stuff. You've had those life. You've had the fun and stuff like that when everything was good. But the difference that's changed is you are all mature enough that Mom's in trouble. We're taking care of Mom. We're taking care of the rescue. We're growing, and you guys are all making it happen. That's
right. That's what we're doing now. He took over the videoing. He took over the rescue. I'm taking care of Mom 24/7. I only sleep every half hour, you know. I sleep a half hour. I'm up every hour on the hour taking care of her. I have to suction her out because she, what do you call that when you puke into your lungs?
Aspirate.
Thank you. She aspirated into her lungs. So now instead of every 2 hours, I have to suction out every hour. And I have to make her cough. So I have to stay down deep until she coughs and then suction out everything so that she don't get pneumonia. And, you know, I'm doing this, but I only sleep every half hour. And then, you know, all night long and then all day long. I sleep whenever I can, and I'm keeping up with it. I'm not expecting nobody else to take on my burden with me. I'm doing this, and that's it. But then when we get people online saying, Rich, stop micromanaging, you know, you're being an asshole, you know, he's a grown man, he knows what he's doing. But see, you don't know what goes on behind the camera. I just told him how to fiberglass, and he took it like a champ. One teaching, 10 minutes.
It doesn't really matter. Is you're going to have people. I have one individual, and this is the first time I've ever said anything about it whatsoever. I have one individual that lurks in my channel, and my channel is a very small channel, obviously, compared to yours. But I have one individual, and this individual just wants attention every single time. And he almost feels like he needs to have his name mentioned or something like that. So we're looking at something down the road. We might name one of the.
So do me a favor and don't mention his name.
Fun. But this individual just likes to throw temper tantrums if he doesn't get his way. He has nothing to back up any of his claims. He does, but he just likes to spout and hear himself said. So the real way is like, honestly, I don't give a shit. And I'm sorry I swore, but like, you know, if people don't like something, move along. You don't like something, move along. You don't like something I said, move along. You don't like a topic, move along. You know, I'm not here to appease to everybody. My channel, and like it's different from yours, my channel is very educationally focused. Not saying yours isn't, but I also do stuff on the farm.
Yeah,
we
don't teach
animals,
nothing.
I do stuff with the fish, with everything, right? And it's all encompassing. And if people like my content, great. I'm honored to have you. Thank you very much.
Right.
If you don't, that's cool too. I know I'm not going to be for everybody. I'm a Canadian and I'm ugly, so it is what it is, right? But like, I'm not going to lose sleep over some asshole Canadian. That's going to be causing problems and rifts in anybody. Just tell me to get lost and move along. Right. Nurse, let's do it.
Well, in that same sense,
yes.
Now I told this guy.
All right. Well, we're not going to get moving on because we are behind.
But wait. Let me finish this. I told this guy, I'm like, look, if you'd raised the kids the way I raised my kids and taught them as much as I taught them, and they're doing as well with great jobs and doing awesome in life, and then helping out their father, and then helping out the rescue and doing good things in life, and not out partying, you'd be honored to have your kids. Well, I'm honored to have my kids. My kids are awesome. Awesome. So, but that is because I taught them everything. I didn't teach them to, you know, rely on anybody else. They learn, you know, get by yourself, figure it out. You know, understand it, figure it out, and overcompensate. You know, learn this, and you know they have, and you know they're doing great.
We can end it right here on this, Rich. We can do it this way. Josh, do you cook meth for a living?
No.
Oh my God.
Do you sell fries for a living?
No.
No, you've busted your ass, right? You went through you finished high school with great grades. You went through university with great grades, and you're a civil engineer, right?
Structural engineer.
Structural engineer for the city of Cleveland.
That's a pretty serious position. Would you have been able to do that if you did not have a stable and really awesome household? Probably not, right? So.
Or a dad that pushed him to become all that he could become.
Exactly.
You know? So when I micromanage, I do that, and I'm just trying to help because I'm dad and I feel useless because my kids know it all now. So I'm trying to give in a little bit of info that I can while you're doing this, and people are putting me down for it. And you know what? I actually blocked 2 people tonight for their negative. One was like, hey, look, I'm here for Tracy, or I'm here for the fish, not Tracy. And I was like, dude, that's kind of rude. and he replied with some really rude shit. So I deleted him. You know, I said I'm here for my fishy friends, my fishy family that loves fish, loves everything we do, and loves Tracy. You know, they're completely, genuinely caring human beings, and they don't need your kind of negativity in their life. So I blocked that dude. You know, it's just thank you. It's go ahead, Josh.
You are
get
done.
back your chance.
You are on a 30-second talk limit for the rest of the show.
He says, I am done.
All right, so we have Reaper for $5. He said, Dawn said thanks for the koi and see you on Sunday.
Oh yeah, Reaper's coming out, and I don't know if he's bringing Dawn with him, but we picked out 3 of the biggest shack fry babies, and they're about 4 inches now. The smallest ones are still about 3/4 inches, but the biggest ones are about 4 inches. And I picked out 7 of them and put them in a tank. He's going to come pick out 3 or 4 that he wants to take home for his pond, and actually be the first one to take shack koi fry.
All right, so we have Mark Hinshaw for $25. Said 2 nurses walked into a fish store.
Uh-oh. I want to know the punchline, but here's to you, Mark. Thank you so much, buddy.
And we got Jordanella for $7.
No. Let's go back to the Mark thing. That was awesome. Thank you, Mark.
We got Jordanella for $7. Said now
He's such a jerk. He's a Canadian.
So Jordanella for $7 said now that the Pacu tank isn't happening, how do we get Biggs into a tank full of Pacu with carrots in his pocket? This must happen.
Oh, Biggs, tell him how we did this. We tried this already, guys. We tried this. We had Chris Biggs here.
Back to his reply there. I says next time I'm down, I'm definitely bringing the mesh shorts back, and we are going to stuff it full of.
But this time, no.
Nuts
this time, Chris,
and I will go in any tank.
Chris, we're going to starve the fish 3 or 4 days before you come down.
I got
Not feed them the day you were here. Last time Chris came down, he took a what was it, an onion sack, Chris? Was it an onion sack?
No, it was a like a university student laundry bag that my mother-in-law helped me.
That's
make
what it was.
Pair of shirts.
And she sewed it together to where you had 2 leg holes, and then you had to tie it around his waist right below his chest, and he filled it full of tilapia
and shrimp
and walked into our 58,000 gallon pool. But because I had just fed them, they all acted scared of him and walked away. There was nobody attacking him.
Different too. Canadians,
we thought it was going to be the greatest video ever. We had a good time that day, Chris.
Show years back, if anybody remembers, like Bam Margera and Steve-O and Wild Boys and
yes, of course,
Jackass and all that stuff. Well, Steve-O did a show on his own with I can't remember the other guy's name, Chris something, and they did a show together called Wild Boys, and they went out in the wild and they went and fed whale sharks in the ocean with shorts like that stuffed full of krill. And you could hear the audio under the water. It was like them getting hit by a bus. It was awesome. And that's what gave me the inspiration to do it.
Yes, that show Wild Boys, remember they were out there and they put on the zebra outfit and they went out in front of the lions? Yes. That was, do you remember the old guy with the long hair and the missing fingers?
Danny Puig.
Danny Puig. We met him down at
the Florida
the
thing.
Monster Fish.
He's a nutcase.
Monster Fish Bash,
awesome.
yeah. We gave him one of our shirts and made him put it on, and he signed our thing and everything. He was there with us. It was cool.
Signed your breast for you?
Yeah, he signed my breast.
Alrighty, so we got Rob Walton for $50. He said #Team Tracy.
Hey, thank you, Rob. That's awesome. I love how much you guys care about Tracy.
Too.
What's that? What did he say?
We're gonna go nurse on that one too, Rob. That's cool.
There you go. Here's the 3rd round.
All right. So we got
no, thank you, Rob. I appreciate it. I really love how much you guys care about Tracy. for the fact of the show, everyone thinks I love her and she loves me. The fact is, I didn't even like her. She just beat me all the time. But
the whole relationship was based on fear. Rich was scared.
I was scared to death. But now I can't wait to have her back. I love her. I miss her.
So we have Reaper for $2. He said, "Nurse, nurse, nurse."
Ah, my buddy Reaper. Everybody consume 3 times.
Yeah, I gotta go get more beer.
Yeah, you need it. Oh, you're sporting the Ohio Fish Rescue swag. I love that.
I'm wearing the special edition one. That's the only one. You know, nobody has
The
this
only one. It's the only one with a goatee above it.
All right, so we have Metalhead Prime for another $20. He said, the showstopper. Tee.
What was that?
I'm guessing it's to the story you guys were talking about. I don't know. It seems like an inside joke there.
It does. I don't remember. I've been drinking. I'm sorry.
So we have Patty for $5.
No. Metalhead, thank you very much for your $20. I appreciate it. Can't wait for you guys to come back. This time, stay in the hot tub. Stay out of the fishing pond where, you know, the fish can, you know, nip at your wife. Go back into the hot tub and we'll have a good time, okay?
Rich, you might have been taking care of Tracy when it happened, but Metalhead Prime did not give you $20. He gave you $200 earlier.
Yeah, we know.
What?
Yeah.
He did?
He gave the 200. Now he gave a nut another 20.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah, and
This dude came by here and spent the night.
You told the story first. We
You
don't
already
need
did
to
that. Let's
repeat.
move on.
He
Let's
was
move
awesome.
on.
No, him and his wife were awesome.
See, I'm trying to save the viewers here.
One of the best guests ever.
All right, so
we came out and we talked.
I've been
so
teasing
much
people,
fun.
I've been teasing people with Chris' big stories, and we haven't got there yet.
Chris, start talking your stories.
I told I need to catch up on the chats because we're so behind because you keep talking.
Hey, Josh, you got the button there that means your mom needs help? Push the button. Push the button.
No. Here's what needs to be done, okay? Give me a hand.
Yeah, you need to stop
Here's
talking.
what needs to be done. Josh needs to go, shut up, Dad.
All right, so we have Patty for $5. He said, "Big Rich, you are the best nurse. I mean that, dang it. I
Thank
didn't
you.
say it to sneak a sip. Glad you are getting the help you deserve
Yes, you
and
did.
need. XOXO.
Consume, guys. Well, thank you, Patty. I appreciate it. You know, all it is, nursing ain't hard. All it is caring. If you care about somebody, you want them to be, you know, taken care of. You don't want, you know, slobber hanging out of them. You don't want them to be pee-laden. You don't want to, you want them to be comfortable. That's because you care. That's it.
All right, so we got Julie Fleming for $5. She said, "New way for the rescue to get donations. Have people bid to have Josh clean their tanks. LOL." Hashtag,
I'm up for that.
Hashtag
I'm up for that.
love is in the chat and nurse. Well, let me tell you
Here we go.
something.
Thank you.
Ladies, I'm freaking expensive, okay? All right, so moving on.
You set a fee for a basic tank maintenance, and then you set a basic fee for without a shirt, and then you set a fee for Josh and a Speedo. It's what,
Oh, there you go.
bronze, silver, and platinum. You know, whatever you want.
All right, so we have Metalhead Prime with yet another $20. He said, "I can bring the keg when you're ready."
Oh, dude, if you think you can outdrink me, come on, bro. I'm ready. It's got to be on a weekend because I got to take care of Tracy. You know what I'm saying?
And we got Megan Tybee for $5. She said, "My daughter says the Abba knife fish name should be Aladdin."
That's a good name for the Abba knife.
That's a good name.
That really is, isn't it? Let's name the Abba knife fish Aladdin. Because you said it, we're going to do it. The ebonite fish is now called Aladdin. That's a great name for the ebonite fish.
Well, my chat just jumped, so I'm not sure if I
Or
missed
before or behind.
Yeah, well, I
Oh,
jumped
we're
up
way
to-
behind. Don't worry, we're way behind.
I just don't want to miss anybody's super chat. So the next one I see is SC Aquatics for $2. He said, "I'm here." Is that Chris Little? All right.
Yes,
Thanks,
SC.
Steven.
Thank you, brother.
So we have Rednecks Aquatics for $5. He said, "Godfather, you raised a good boy, no questions about it. He's a good man. To hell with the haters. Keep on being you. Nurse, 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 nurse. Hello, nurse."
We have to drink like 5 times. What I'm saying is, everybody loves this boy, right? I have 2 other boys like him, hardworking men, always have jobs, work great, get paid good money, and he spends his time working with me at the rescue, not out at bars, not, all this other crazy stuff. He works with me at the rescue. So I can't understand why anyone would think maybe I'm a bad guy because he works so hard. That don't make sense. I raised this boy. I taught this boy everything. He's now, because he's older and he's a man now, he's learned some things that have taught me, like at his job.
All right, so moving
the civil
on.
engineer. No, he's taught me some things. I did not know some things that he said.
You remember that thing we said? Shut up, Dad. Moving on. We have Fresh Jess for $5. He said, "Stay fishy, my
We
friend."
may talk about fish tonight. There is a chance.
There is a chance.
All right, and Jessica B, welcome to the members.
Thank you, Jessica. Appreciate you.
And now we have Will Star for $5.
Oh, Willstar hadn't been here in 2.5 weeks.
He said, "Josh gets it done. Glad Rich is getting help with Tracy." Now I know Will Star chimed in with the super chat earlier. He said something about "I'm finally here, guys," but my chat skipped and I couldn't see it, so I'm sorry, Will. But if anybody
We're
else
sorry, Will.
had a chat that got skipped, please re-enter it in the comments and I will get to it. And then we
Call
had
Josh a jerk.
and then we had Jessica B for $10. She said, "Miss Metalhead Prime here.
Oh, that's
love
Metalhead's
you guys and can't wait for my girls to meet you. Big Betty in Pittsburgh. Hashtag nurse. Hashtag Team Tracy."
Hashtag nurse.
All right. So now that
No,
that's
his wife
over,
was awesome. No. Let's ask Chris this one question.
Hang on.
No. Let me ask one question.
What?
One question. Chris, can you please tell us some stories and some knowledge?
See, what I was getting to was what you guys have all been waiting for. We are now going to get into story time with Mr. Chris Biggs, the mighty small Gonapodium.
You said small. That was wrong. That's just wrong.
Well, the thing that's funny is, like, I'm going to go back about 25 years ago. The place where I worked had a T-shirt shop right beside it. Josh might not know this, but your Big Rich will remember back in the day when we were younger. You could go to a T-shirt shop and you'd flip through all these pages and you find these different decals, like a skull with a snake and like just cool stuff. And it'd be like iron-on decals, but they do them with this giant press. You pick what color shirt you want, as long as it wasn't pink, and you got a cool shirt. And they go and do that, and they make you a shirt. Well, I had this place that was right beside wherever I worked at the time, about 25 years ago. And I just knew the people there all the time, so they would go, "Oh, what do you want a shirt?" And I'd do shirts anytime I'd want. And I'd make random shirts that say like Wednesday, so I could wear it on a Sunday just to mess with people and stupid stuff. And I made one that said Mighty Gonapodium. I thought nothing of it. I could wear this shirt to church. I could wear this shirt anywhere I wanted to do. It was never a problem and stuff like that. But apparently I wore this shirt to a fish convention. People lost their mind. Now, when I started doing YouTube, actually Rachel O'Leary was here and she did an interview with me and stuff like that for her channel. And I was worried that down the road with YouTube, with the algorithm and all that stuff, if it were to grow long term, that people would all of a sudden type fish penis, and all of a sudden the channel would get demonetized and the whole life would crash. So I just kind of left it. So I have that shirt. So I changed it from Mighty Gonapodium to the Mad Aquarist. because that was the title of my main talk that I delivered all over North America. And
then Big Rich sort of made famous the Mad Aquarius.
Yeah.
Or the Mighty Aquarius. That's what it was.
Hold on one, guys. I just got a note from my wife, and it's an emergency note about our bull trying to escape. I have to leave you for a minute. Just go and assess what's going on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, no problem.
Oh, that
Chris,
sounds
go
fun.
check your bull.
All right, so we have a question from K-Stu for $5 for Chris, so I'm going to save that one. As soon as he gets back, we will get to that. So in the meantime, let's get some questions.
Let's answer them all.
From the chat. Will Star said, Josh in the chat.
Roger Dillon, had they had a baby in the tank that backs into the pond and the Pima they grew up in?
Yeah, I don't know what some of these chats are saying.
Don't make sense.
They're replying to people named Josh, and I think they're talking to me. Can Mr. Biggs answer my purple shrimp question? Well, if you say your purple shrimp question, I can ask it to him. And once he gets back and he's done playing with his big bull.
He likes to play with his bull.
All right, we got John Cirilli for $5. He said, "Hi guys, be careful with all the different nurse caring programs. My family had a nurse for a great aunt for years, and they always wasted time. Nurse.
Really?
So drink up,
Well, here,
buttercup."
we're drinking up for you, buddy.
All
Sorry,
right,
guys.
all right, Chris. So
Let me say this. But, thank you for that warning. But a nurse that is going to come here and let me sleep, God sent. Thank you. A nurse that's going to be here every single day for 5 days a week and is going to change my wife, going to, clean out her trach, going to change her trach pad, going to, oh my God, God sent. Thank you. Period.
alrighty, so we have K-Stu for $5, Chris. This is a question to you. You said, "Thanks for a great Friday. What is your favorite fish to breed?"
No, Chris. When you're lonely and you're alone, what do you like to breed with?
Fish breeding has encompassed almost my whole life. Like, I keep fish, you guys keep fish too, but my interest is all on the science side, and it's all on breeding fish. I view fish as a puzzle, and I work on that puzzle until I finish the puzzle, and then I go to a next puzzle. If I won't be able to answer that as a single answer of a single fish that I want to say is my favorite fish that I want to breed.
He's a Democrat.
What the hell is Josh trying to grab?
He's spewing shit.
But I would look at a super, super cool, unexpected fish to breed would be Hoplosternum, any of the Hoplo cats. They're
Okay.
related to Coreodoris. They're a South American catfish. They're big. They're super easy to keep. They can live in absolute garbage water. I'm not saying offer them that, but they are air breather. They have an
Yeah, of
accessory
course don't
organ,
offer them that.
labyrinth organ, like a beta or something.
Or an
But the really
arapaima.
cool thing about breeding them is they build a bubble nest, and you could literally take a chunk of styrofoam off the lid of one of your fish boxes, throw it in your tank, and they will lay their eggs on that. And the males on the pectoral pick up these big hooks, and he actually grabs the female when he wants to breed. The guys are thinking this is a great idea, and he says, "Okay, we're breeding now." She's going, "I'm not interested." Says, "Doesn't matter," and he just grabs her
Wait,
with
doesn't no mean no?
No, not with fish. And then he just puts her there and he says, "Lay eggs." And then she fertilizes the eggs. And I just think that's a really cool fish. Cichlids are great for behaviors and all that sort of stuff, but a lot of cichlids have a lot of similarities. You breed any Central American cichlid, there's a lot of similarities. You breed any African cichlid from Lake Malawi, a lot of similarities. So I look at diversity and things like that. But Hoplo cat would be a real cool one. That's just something unique that I could think of.
Awesome.
Did I answer it? Did I win?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your knowledge, sir.
So we have Miss Leslie for $2. She said, "Hey guys, stay fishy and hashtag Team Tracy."
Aw, Team Tracy. I'm going to drink to that. Team Tracy, Josh. Team Tracy. There's to you, Biggs.
I'm just waiting on my wife to text me back as to whether or not our 1,800-pound bull is going to break through the fence again.
All right, we have John McKenzie for $5. Said Allison sends her love to Tracy.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, John.
Very
Appreciate
cool,
it.
John. I thought Roger Dillon, he sent me a note. He says he's going to be on Friday. Hey, Roger,
Yeah.
you're
No,
not on.
no.
He got scared of some rain.
Yeah. Eyeliner stayed home. He did not show up here tonight.
So he decided.
Oh, he was going to be there. So he was going to be the guy in the background.
Yeah,
Right.
he was going to be half covered by your window.
In other words, you couldn't see his face, just your face on top of his face.
All right, so hey Chris, what don't you think of either the most interesting or one of the craziest fish stories you can remember off the top of your head right now, and just tell the audience? We want to be wild, like wow, that really happened.
Like how stupid is somebody?
No. Tell him about the first time you met DIY Joey.
I honestly, I got along. I get along great with Joey. I have no problem. I
Right.
honestly have nothing negative to say about Joey.
We're not
Every
saying
single
that.
aquarium YouTuber has to basically, anybody that does YouTube in this field has to, whether you like him or dislike him, it's irrelevant. But you have to acknowledge that he is the one that
He
paved
is
the
the
way for every
monster.
single one that's doing this. It
Right.
is. My most interesting story, and this is a story that I can't really relate to because I don't remember a lot of the details. I just remember it from people telling me what happened afterward. But I worked at a
Were
pet
you
store for a
drunk
year.
that day, son?
No, I was probably only in my 20s then, and we had a pet store. It was a large chain that still exists in Canada, and the name doesn't matter. But we have a chain here, and back in the day, the chain was dominant in the Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada area. And we had one store in the downtown area that we closed, and we closed it because it became kind of what I call an urchin hangout. And an
Okay.
urchin hangout is all the street kids just kind of hung out in the mall,
Right.
did nothing, but detracted from actually selling anything.
But they
and the
were
store
there.
became kind of a zoo. It
Right.
became all the giant piranha tank and the weird lionfish and the weird this and the weird that, but nothing actually was being sold. So they closed that store, and they had a few of these odd animals that they had to move out and ship out to the other locations. And the one location that I worked at, that I oversaw, and I managed or whatever, I don't even remember, they shipped us a 36-inch electric eel. No problem.
We had
I've
one
worked
of
with the
those.
fish. I worked with the fish, honestly, for probably a year. It just became a store pet. We weren't really going to sell it or anything. And it was probably about the diameter of a beer can. It was a large 3-foot electric eel. And I knew they
Wait,
were
did
electric.
you just
but
say
I thought
3-foot
9-volt
electric
battery on
eel?
the tongue electric. Like 9-volt battery on the tongue electric. I wasn't thinking like jumpstart my heart electric.
Oh no, it'll
And-
knock you down.
I worked with that fish for years. Now you got to remember, this is the 80s, so all the tanks in this entire store were old metal frame tanks. They were almost all with under gravel filters. They almost all had air driven or power heads if they were a big tank. And this guy was always shorting out power heads and heaters, and I was always working in his tank to do his maintenance and stuff. Never an issue. And then apparently one day he took offense. And it was like I'd stepped on a landmine. And I don't remember any of this happening, but I got thrown from the tank. My back, my shoulders, my butt took out another wall of tanks, and I ended up on the ground covered in fish, water, plants, gravel, everything. And I came to in an ambulance, and apparently it stopped my heart. But that's just one of the animals that tried to take me out and failed.
All right, so
Wow. That is interesting.
I want to clarify some confusion. In
He
the
did
chat.
not die that day. He's still here.
No, my dad's a bit tipsy over here, and he didn't
No.
mean DIY Joey's a monster. He meant he's the monster that started the fish
No,
tube game.
DIY Joey started the DIY thing and fish tuber notifications. Oh my God. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you think. That man started everything on the internet. He really did.
YouTube wise, for fish.
YouTube wise, DIY Joey was like.
I'm not
if
saying he was the only one, but he is the one that dominated it, and he paved the way for
dominated this.
every single one of
Yes.
us that do this today.
And to this day, You know, there's some people out there that don't like him, and you know that's their preference. You know,
Yeah, but you're noticing now as your channel's growing, you're starting to get all these random haters too. You know,
I do.
He's got 1 million
Everybody
plus
gets
followers.
haters,
Of course he's
okay?
gonna have haters. People
But
don't
the
like
point
him. It's all
is,
jealousy.
DIY Joey has done nothing but give you positive feedback, positive information on how to build this or that or that or that. And, you know, at this point, he's now doing his whole, what does he call it?
He's taking his channel to a different level that most
Right.
Aquarius
And you know what?
guys are in that situation.
God bless him. Let him do his work. You know what I'm saying? And if people can learn from him, that's awesome.
I'm honestly of the view that if Joey all of a sudden just woke up one day and did a video and said, F all you aquarists, I don't really care about fish anymore. I'm going to garden and I'm going to basically switch my channel from keeping aquariums and I'm going to talk to you about how I grow my tomatoes. He will be equally as successful doing that as he was this.
Of course. You know,
he's got the personality to do whatever he wants to do.
Let me
and
say
set his mind
this.
to it.
He is inspirational. He is something that you want to learn from because he's done it before and you want to learn from his channel. I have nothing bad to say about DIY Joey. He's got a great channel and he teaches so many people the right way to do things. You know?
And a lot of the stuff that he talks about that he does DIY, he's not saying this is if and but the only way to do it. He's not necessarily also saying
Right.
that I'm the guy who originated this and I'm the one to show you the first time. He just
Right.
took a different venue that we weren't used to back then and took all this stuff that was already out there. And a lot of it he can't.
Let
but the problem
me
is
help
now,
you.
people say, well, he doesn't build stuff. He doesn't do this anymore. I'm like, well, what the hell do you want him to build?
He's
What do you want
built
him to build
everything
now?
for you.
He's done everything 12 times. What do you want him to build? I would honestly like to see him, and this is me after 10, 12 beer saying, without, and I don't mean this in any disrespect, I'd like to see him really go out and explore what he wants to do. I'm not talking fish-wise. I want to see him go out and say, I want, like what I've seen Rachel O'Leary do and other people, and I've done it all the time, is go on a canoeing trip and explore nature, or go to Africa and explore something and just get some inspiration and bring that next level back to it. I'm not saying his channel isn't excellent. I'm just saying I want to know more about you as an individual, and I want to see more of you as an individual, of what you want to do, not what people are expecting of you.
Let me ask you this. As a person that has done so much for the aquatic world, and you've been so successful in your life, and your wife loves you, blah blah blah, big rich, why haven't you done some vacation videos of you and your kids? Well,
you don't take any vacation.
This is what I'm talking about. We don't take any vacations. All we do is work. But if Tracy had her way, we would be vacationing every year in Maui and coming back and doing this work. She wanted a break every year. And you know what? I didn't understand her.
But that's something that's a goal that you want to get to. One way or another, you got to find a way to accept that.
Right, but I did not accept that. I thought maybe next year's the year. Let's keep working. Next year's the year. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I presented it to her, and I shouldn't have, because now that she's, let's face it, she died.
Back, you know it.
No. She died February 5th. And since then I've been keeping her body alive, and I'm trying to get her back. And I get that, and I believe in that 100%, and the more I try, the more I can get her back. But she did die February 5th. And up until that time, I did not give her what she wanted, you know what I'm saying? Sure, sex was great, family was great, fun was great. We had a lot of fun.
A different way.
But
you can look at saying now, with the rescue, like Josh is here, you've got a hell of a support team with all sorts of people that are a legion of followers that have always been devout to helping the rescue at any time.
Right.
You and Tracy should be able to take a week, 2 weeks, whatever, and go wherever the hell you want.
That would have been so nice.
Make it happen. And also shoot some sort of different content that's related somehow to your channel that you can bring back.
Right. And that would have been so great. You know, she
You'll
would
get
have
there.
so appreciated that. You know, right now she'd be on the channel being like, Chris, I love you.
She picked me up at the airport last October.
We're gonna cut you guys off. We got Their World Aquatics for $10. He said, "I hope you liked part 12."
Wait,
Other
is
uses
that
of
Slow
water?
Joe? That's Slow Joe?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't gotta pick on him so much though.
Well, you know, he says, I'm going to get this 1,000-gallon tank up and running. And in the meantime, we get two 1,800-gallon tanks up and running, plus 1,000-gallon, plus a 700. You know, I'm just saying.
Not everyone is able to do that. He's working at his own pace.
He is working at his wife's pace. I'm
His
sorry.
own pace.
His own pace, is that it?
All right.
Love you, Joe.
So I'm gonna finish up these chats here. So we got Colin Doyle for $20. He said the tank y'all just did the fiberglass work on. Do you guys have the how-to videos of how to make one of those tanks?
Yes,
we do.
No, the 3,000-gallon.
We don't have a how-to video on it.
But we do.
No, we don't. We
The
never made one.
We didn't make the outside, fiberglass like they are.
You have a thread on Facebook of pictures of how we built it. It's not a how-to
Right.
video.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. There is a step-by-step on how we did the 3,000-gallon video that you can benefit from. Trust me.
Alrighty, so we got Mark Henshaw for $25. He said, so, these two nurses walk into a fish store.
Oh, no.
The first nurse, somewhat awkwardly, asked the fish guy, Placostomus?
Oh, no. Wait. I can't even respond to that. Okay. Placostomus are fish poop engineers. They take care of all the fish poop. And do you believe that?
No, not at all.
Absolutely not.
useless.
Placostomus are the dirtiest fish poop laying fish there are, and everybody thinks you should get one and they'll take care of the algae in your tank. They do not. Okay? What do you want? You want
Whatever the hell you want.
a Chinese algae eater.
It's different with every application.
Not really. We had
Can't have
a
those in
200-gallon
monster
tank covered in algae because it was under the sunlight. We put a Chinese.
Let's let Chris answer that question. What's the best algae-eating fish you can possibly spend your money on?
big is
Chinese
the tank?
algae eater.
See, my dad doesn't think that is a question for debate. It's just the fish in general.
No, you need to know the size of the tank and stuff like that. Like,
All right, 200-gallon tank.
I would probably say hypostomus, any of the true hypostomus plecos, but hypostomus plecos. They are the true
plecos
algae-
are nothing but poop machines.
There's certain species that do better at eating algae than others.
hypostomus. There's a hypostomus. I honestly, I don't want to mess up the name. Jordanella could probably chime in and say the name, but my friend Spencer Jack locally, when he was in Uruguay, they found a large sailfin true hypostomus that's kind of a violet color. Mike Drawdy at Imperial Tropicals breeds it for them and has it. They all have it available. It's available
And
regularly.
Mike's an awesome guy. Love
But
Mike.
it's a true hypostomus, and the true hypostomus, unlike most plecos, remain eating algae matter for their whole life. Bristlenose would be a definitely, like Jennifer, I see Jennifer Doyle in the chat has mentioned bristlenose. Any of the true ancestors, exceptional algae eaters. But if you have a 200
On top of the Chinese algae eaters?
Siamese algae eaters, you'd need a school of them, and they wouldn't be able to. They're not as versatile, and depending on the type of fish you keep. Siamese algae eaters are exceptional algae eaters for certain types of algae. But the problem with them is they're great in a community tank, a planted tank, a fast barb tank, that sort of stuff. But you put them in with Central American cichlids, they're just basically caviar.
Caviar.
Well, Jordanella just mentioned he has 3. They are beasts. Hypostomus, Latipe, and they turn kind of a violet color. They only get to be about a foot total, and they're kind of I know in the fish industry it's easy to just say, oh, these are purple, and you get it and it's brown, but these do have a kind of a purple sheen with just average lighting, aquarium lighting and stuff like that. They're a nice looking sailfin type pleca, but they are a true hypostomus.
Alrighty, so thanks for that bit of information, Chris. So moving on.
That's useful garbage, I know.
we have Will Star for $5. He said, "Smash that like button, everyone. Let's grow this amazing channel."
Wait. How many people do we have on right now?
I have no
401.
idea. 400. 401.
Yep.
All right. How many people have hit the like button?
Do you want to know how many people I get on an average live feed? It didn't matter if I did the live feed directly between you and Lucas or if I do it on my normal Wednesday. I'll get 35 to 50. And I always I always have to plan as to what we're going to talk about because I'm absolutely terrified about dead air.
Oh, no, Chris, you never have to worry about dead air here. My worry is how many people are interested and then how many people were served. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so we have Sue Ann Campbell for $5. She said, "Team Tracy should forever be a drink word."
It should. I believe that 100%. Team Tracy.
Alrighty, so with this last chat here, this chat is messing up tonight. We got I Hate Stupid People for $5. She said, "How's the ribs, Josh? Hope you're doing
much
better."
Yeah,
Nurse,
tell 'em.
hugs Rich. So happy for you, Nurse. So with all that said, I answered the rib question earlier.
Wait. I have to say nurse and then hugs and then nurse again.
The ribs are doing
Did
better.
You just push me
They're
away.
still sore.
I
yes.
felt like a terrible dad.
Stop.
You're sitting at around 400 people on at a time, and you're sitting at 320 likes, based at 741.
Well, here's the point.
Incredible.
700 people like us, but there's only 400 people here. Everybody, if you want to help out the channel, smash that like button because that helps out the algorithm
Rich, chill.
on YouTube.
Listen. You have 396 people on exactly right now, so you're right around that 400 mark. You have 328 of those people have liked it. That is an incredible average. Because most people won't actually take the time to go and like it or comment. A lot of people watch videos, but they don't do that.
You know why? Because our people love us.
Yeah, you guys do some damn good work.
All right, so the last super chat of the night, we've got Rednecks Aquatics for $5. He said, "This has been a great live stream. Nurse. God, I love you guys. Biggs, you're the man. And Nurse."
Hey, Biggs, here's to you.
All right, so with
I wish
that,
we could do that. I could actually see you guys. Like I've done them on these different feeds and stuff. Like I'm watching the video on my phone, so I can look at the live feed that I'm looking at, and you guys can see my thumb. So you can see my finger coming out here, looking at where I'm looking. Okay, well that's where I have my little thumbnail out in this random little corner on my 27-inch screen, but I have to look at my phone, and my phone is delayed by about 30 seconds to 40 seconds. So it's behind. So automatically I look
That's
there.
okay. Your 27-inch screen is 10 times oversized. So if something comes out 2.7 inches, I'm just saying.
So we have Their World Aquatics for $10. He said, "Need those phone numbers to pick up the salt rescues." I reached out to John, waiting on a call back.
Awesome.
You should have just sent me a text, Joe, and I would have got to it. But
Hey,
thanks,
Slow
buddy.
Joe, we would have got to you, bro.
All right,
Hey,
so
Josh,
yeah.
what is your favorite fish that you guys have at OFR right now? Yours, personally.
I know.
I don't know. My favorite fish have died, honestly.
There's got to be one. Like, there's one that just you look forward to going and feeding that guy or that girl, and you're like that tank or whatever.
It has died, but it's his favorite fish.
And it's
Who?
not. That's not my favorite fish.
What?
My favorite fish is the goonch catfish.
Oh,
But
okay.
our goonch died. And right now, my favorite fish here is probably,
Caregiver.
I don't know, I'm thinking about
So I'm gonna
this.
say your dad's is probably Brutus, right? Like Brutus, you have kind
I'm
of a
gonna
relationship with
Oh,
Brutus.
Brutus is
say
badass.
the lynx cat or the
You're starting to be like your dad.
possibly
You're
the
wasting a bunch of time
Caregiver.
here.
I don't know. I'm definitely a catfish guy for sure.
Well, you see that very obvious. You may spend some time there. Like, I'm a very generalist aquarist, and I've specialized a lot of different areas. But you guys got some monstrous catfish. I can tell you my honest and least favorite catfish is that one that bit me while I was in the pool. Hey, him, he's big. Grabbed my foot like it was steak and pulled me. And it was the hybrid, because it's a
That
hybrid.
was the
it's just
hybrid,
a
yeah.
jerk. The tiger shovel-nosed red-tailed cat hybrid, because that's
Well,
what we
Chris,
do.
I just want to tell you, we love you. We love having you on the show. We learned absolutely nothing tonight.
No,
and-
you never know. And you don't retain anything ever. It doesn't matter.
We love you, bro. Thank you for being on. Hopefully you can be on next Friday.
No.
I doubt that'll happen, but I do appreciate the story
Our
time,
friend Rob,
Chris. It
As
has
our
been a
friend
great
Rob
live
helped us
stream.
with the technical side, like Rob knows damn well. He said, if we're going to do this ever again, we have to plan it like 2 days in advance. So Rob's has given us a 48-hour warning.
Yeah.
So if we were to plan this, we have a 48-hour warning. We have to plan beforehand.
Alrighty. So I appreciate you signing on tonight, Chris. I hope everyone enjoyed the live stream. But we're going to go ahead and sign off for the night. I know Chris has to go wrangle up a 1,800-pound bull, which he's going to have fun
not
with.
only that, he's got to find his wife.
So I hope you guys all
He's still
enjoy.
contained, but the bull's looking to break out because the electric's not working right now. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge
What
for
did
an
he
hour.
say?
So it'll be fun.
All right, so right before we go, we just got Mark in Leon's World for $50, and he didn't say anything. So thank you, Mark in Leon's World. That was mighty awesome of you.
That was awesome.
Thank you very much. So we are signing off for the night. Hope you guys enjoy your fantastic weekend. And as always,
Stay fishy, my friends.
Thanks, guys.
See you.
Tell them to go to my channel. Tell them to go to my channel.